My life before Christ, I would say, was incomplete. Um, that there was always something like missing. There was just one piece of the puzzle that just wasn't. I wasn't there yet. Uh, my motivation before a personal relationship with Christ, I would say, was mainly family, work as well. It's just your everyday life, and I would say you get into that rut of doing that everyday life thing, but you don't take that 1 ounce of time to start and to begin and have a personal relationship with Christ. I grew up Christian. I was raised Catholic, but the biggest thing that was missing with Catholicism with me was is I didn't seem to have a personal relationship with God. Um, so that was always something that it's bothered me quite a bit, primarily I would say since I've been married with Melissa. Anytime that I heard somebody talk about having a personal relationship with God, I didn't understand it, and it just never really clicked. I mean, I did go to church. I thought I was always doing the right thing. I was a good guy, a dad, a family man, but there was just that, like I said, that one aspect of, when I heard people talk about having a personal relationship with God, that I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't know that it meant, that God's there for you daily. What motivated me to go down the path to have a personal relationship with God was, I would say there was 2 sermons that Pastor Mark did. And they were 2 sermons, 2 weeks in a row, both of which I vaguely remember the sermon, but it basically was the ending statement that you wanted to have that personal relationship with God and to have that final outcome of going to heaven and being with Him. And for 2 weeks, that's what was preached, and it just hit home finally. It's been years. I don't know exactly what it was that was missing, but those 2 sermons in a row just clicked with me to the point that I wanted to make a change in my life. After the 2 sermons that Pastor Mark had preached, I basically sat down and spoke with my best friend, my wife. Melissa took me through, and we talked greatly about what it means to actually accept God into your life. Together, we went to Pastor Mark, sat in his office, and we prayed. I made the acceptance to start down a path of having a personal relationship with God. And from that point, coming to church regularly, doing things within the church, and having discipleship weekly, and doing daily devotions has led me down the path that I've wanted to go. How that has changed me as I look at the world, I find things a lot calmer now. To me, everything was always stress. Once I accepted God into my life, everything just had a sense of calmness, that I could handle everything on a daily basis, whether it be something on this plane or something spiritually. Worshiping before I decided to have a personal relationship, I felt as though you went to church because it was expected, it was the right thing to do. But now, as I sit here in church each week, everything has meaning. From the songs that are chosen and sung in worship to the sermon. It was always hard for me to zero in on what the sermons were always about because I didn't understand them. But now that I've dived into my Bible, I now do devotions each day. I have that whole bigger grasp of what the whole service is about. It's made a lot more sense and meaning to me now than it ever has growing up. You can be hopeless. I mean, you can not think everything's going right in your life. Maybe you think you can do better in your life. Maybe you really haven't even thought about it. Maybe you didn't even know that you were feeling signs of hopelessness. But if you just take that one opportunity to talk to somebody, to have hope is one of the greatest things. Once you have that hope and you have God behind you, you can do anything that you want out. And it isn't just coming to church because it's the right thing to do. It's because I want to come to the church.